Elizabeth Holmes promised to revolutionize the blood testing industry with her startup Theranos, but her claims about the technology turned out to be bogus. She is now facing criminal charges in a case that has become one of Silicon Valley's biggest scandals. Jury selection begins this week in federal court in San Jose. KTVU investigative reporter Evan Cernovsky is covering the trial. He joins us now with more on what to expect. Evan.
That's right, Julie. Elizabeth Holmes faces 2 counts of conspiracy and 10 counts of fraud, each of which could land her 20 years in federal prison. Obviously, there's a lot at stake here, so this week Holmes' defense team is hoping to secure a favorable jury. We also have new insight into one possible defense strategy: point the finger at her former partner and boyfriend. Before her sensational fall from grace, Elizabeth Holmes was one of the most celebrated CEOs in Silicon Valley. At just 19 years old, she dropped out of Stanford to found Theranos, a blood testing company that claimed it could conduct tests with only a few drops of blood.
More people will have access to their own health information.
With its proprietary technology, the Edison machine, the company's valuation swelled to more than $9 billion. Holmes was compared to visionaries like Steve Jobs. That is, until everything came crashing down.
Her claims of running, 300 or whatever tests from a single drop of blood seemed grossly exaggerated.
When whistleblowers came forward, exposing the company's bogus claims about its technology, the feds got involved. In 2018, the Department of Justice charged Holmes and her partner, Sunny Balwani, with conspiracy and wire fraud, claiming she defrauded investors and patients. Jury selection begins Tuesday after a 3-year hiatus due to the pandemic and the birth of Holmes' child.
Well, all cases really come down to jury selection, and jury selection, voir dire, is an art.
KTVU legal analyst Michael Cardoza says whoever serves on the panel could make or break the case, and finding an impartial jury will be a challenge.
Now, a judge will not kick a juror off just because they know about the case. What they will get excused for is knowing about the case and having an opinion of guilt or not guilt in a case.
Court papers unsealed over the weekend for the first time reveal a possible defense strategy. Holmes' attorneys wrote that Balwani maintained abuse and coercive control over her during the period of the charged crimes. Also still lingering is whether Holmes will take the stand in her own defense.
From all reports, she has an ego larger than Texas, and she thinks she can talk anybody into anything.
As a trial attorney for more than 40 years, Cardoza says this strategy is a huge gamble.
If they don't believe her or don't like her and therefore don't believe her, they will find her guilty.
Now, we're going to be covering this case closely. I'll be in San Jose this week, leading up to the opening statements, when we see for the first time what the defense's plan is. We will also have a live blog with any breaking details on KTVU.com. Reporting live in the newsroom, Evan Cernovsky, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, it really is a fascinating story. Evan, we know you'll be watching it for us. Thanks.